applications of audio in teaching and learning. Using audio, you can help your students develop listening skills, learn to listen for main ideas, and draw conclusion from what they've heard. The following suggestions are ways in which audio can be integrated into your lesson.
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken.
For literature classes, recorded audio tapes provide proper emphasis and intonation on poetry and dialogues, which can make the students appreciate literature better.
Kung kasama ko kayo, may tataguyod natin ang isang bayan kung saan pantay-pantay ang pagkakataon. Dahil pantay-pantay nating ginagampanan ang ating mga pananagutan. Kamakailan lamang, ang bawat isa sa atin ay nanindigan.
For history and current event classes, integrating the lesson with the actual voice of a national figure would add a whole new dimension to the study of history. They could also listen to radio broadcasts, important debates, speeches of heads of states, and important announcements.
Bienvenido a lección 1. Hola. 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 Buenos días.
With the use of recorded audio tapes for foreign languages classes, students can acquire basic vocabulary and learn the correct pronunciation of foreign words by listening repeatedly to an audio tape.
Apple. Ball. Cat. Dog. Elbow.
For spelling, you can sound out the words phonetically on the tape and encourage your students to follow along. Using recorded audio tapes, remedial students can go back and repeat segments of instruction as often as necessary, while advanced students can skip ahead or increase pace of instruction. For students with speech defects, they can listen to tapes that contain words or sounds they consistently have trouble articulating, then repeat those words or sounds over and over.
Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. They were the last people you'd expect to be involved in anything strange or mysterious, because they just didn't hold with such nonsense. Mr. Dursley was the director of a firm called Grunnings, which made drills. He was a big, beefy man with hardly any neck, although he did have a very large moustache. Mrs. Dursley was thin and blonde and had nearly twice the usual amount of neck.
For students with visual impairments, audiobooks are available. They can enjoy the adventures of fictional stories such as Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The use of tape and audio recorders are essential in oral researches and interviews. You can go directly to the source of information and tape conversations and interviews. For example, a student preparing a paper on AH1N1 could tape an interview with a doctor specializing in this field. Using tape recorders for class demonstrations. You can help students develop good speech patterns by encouraging them to tape a talk before the actual presentation, then play it back and listen for obvious verbal flaws. For class plays, you can tape rehearsals of a class play, then analyze it for elements such as pacing, voice projection, and tonal quality. Your analysis would then become the basis for constructive comments at the next rehearsal. Musical instruments can also be integrated in your lesson for introducing sounds of different instruments. These can also be used for musical compositions to enhance the students' creativity. Records of songs and recorded sounds of everyday life make classroom activities more stimulating. For primary grades, this can be used for developing rhythm, telling stories, playing games, and acting out stories or songs.